Hello, it's Kate.
Hi, and I'm Lyndsey. Welcome back to Culty-ish after a little bit of a summer break. We are fresh off a summer week off, 4th of July
Yeah,
holiday week. I just got back from sunny Florida. I had a amazing week with my husband. We literally had the best time just hanging out, catching sun, going to a restaurant, eating seafood, drinking margaritas. It was just so lovely. Great quality time, core memories made. Yeah, it was really fun actually. And
oh, that's nice.
we had my John's cousin's wedding before that, so we had like some really fun family time before we left, which was really nice. It was a beautiful wedding. Congrats to Matt and Gabby. So super nice. And yeah, it was in Littleton. It was like really
I
nice.
know. I
Yeah, it was
saw.
lovely. So
That
yeah,
looks
no,
great.
I'm back from just like some time just off
Yeah.
work, relaxing, and I'm like just feeling recharged and like honestly like sad to be back because I didn't want to
Oh my
leave at all.
god.
I was
See,
like
I'm
crying
just
last night. I was like, no, I can't go. I can't go. Not
oh my
actually crying,
god.
but I was just like dreading, like,
See, I was kind of like, because we also did a bit of a staycation. An episode was supposed to be made, but like maybe I screamed at my husband for not being ready when we were trying to leave and we got in the car and I realized I didn't have any of my podcast stuff. And I thought, instead of ending my marriage over this, we're just gonna skip the episode
totally
because
fine.
like I literally roasted. I was like, you're never fucking like when you're packing for a trip, do you fucking lose your mind? Because I do.
I pack like what I do is I will put my luggage in my guest room
So he
5
told me I
days
need to start
prior.
doing that.
That's what I do. 5 days prior, and
Okay.
so as I do
Well,
laundry because I do laundry, and as I do laundry, I'll just, like, put stuff in there, and I'll just, like, pack throughout the week, and I'll, like, put stuff like, I see stuff
so
around the
yeah,
house.
don't
That's
do
what I
any
do.
of that.
That's
So
what
I
I
don't
do.
do that, and that's actually what Drew in the car once we had calmed down said, "Maybe next time you should." But instead, like, I just panic, I procrastinate, and then I have a full ass fucking meltdown trying to pack my bag. And then he asked me to pack his bag for him so he could go mow the lawn, and I literally lost my mind and went insane. And he was like, "Whoa."
No.
And then we're in the car about to drive away, and I realized I didn't have any of my podcast stuff, and I was just like, "I can't sit here and tell him, like, turn around, go get
Honestly,
my
it was totally
stuff."
fine because we were about to,
It
like,
was
start
fine.
we were about to leave for
It
our
was
trip
yeah,
too,
it
and I
worked
had,
out.
like, errands to run, so, like, it was totally fine.
It
So,
was
it was
fine. Yeah,
but yeah,
so s
we're back.
my apologies, but we're back. It was a lovely 4th of July weekend, Brooks's
So
first
nice.
4th of July.
Love. Did he hear any
We
fireworks?
well, so we bought some, and in hindsight, I, like first of all, apparently fireworks in other states are so cheap. Like, we spent $70 on literally a big pile of crap,
Okay.
and
I have
then
something to
we
say about this after
some
you.
people down the road were, like, lighting off illegal fireworks from Wyoming, and they were
Yes.
like, "We spent $70," and they had more fire like, I was like, "This is a professional production."
No, literally.
It was
So,
crazy.
when we were in Florida, they do a fireworks show on the beach, and so I was like, "Okay, we're here for, like, the city's fireworks show." Like, that's what we're because 'cause we've gone before, like, done this before.
Yeah.
Literally every single person around us is lighting up a production, like, nicer than the
Yeah.
city, and John's like, "That has to be thousands. That has to be that," and I'm like, "I just think fireworks here are cheaper." He's like, "That's at least $1,000 worth of fireworks." I'm like, "I don't know. I think around here, it's just, like,
No.
not as much of a thing." I think they make it expensive in Colorado because like, wildfire is a thing, and it's, like,
They
not really
make
a
it
thing there.
expensive. Like, there was this box for $300, and Drew was like, "That's literally $20 in Wyoming." And we were
No,
in Fort Collins, and we almost went to Wyoming, and then
you
I was like,
shoulda.
"No, we're not fucking doing that."
No.
But we went to Sam's Club, they had a tent, and we got, like they had, like they said how quiet the levels were, so I made Drew get the quietest fireworks so Brooks wouldn't
Fair.
be scared,
Was he?
and no, he didn't even give a shit. He didn't even look
Okay.
at it because it was so quiet and so dumb, and we were both like
Did
we
you get,
had some
like, the
friends
sparkler things at least? Like
No.
the okay, those are
No, we
fun.
didn't do anything because I was, like, so nervous about it, like, scaring him right
Yeah,
before bed and then him not
yeah,
going to sleep, but
right.
it was fine, and then literally my entire neighborhood lit up, like, the 4th of July, and everyone was just blowing shit up, and I was
No, it's
like,
crazy.
"What?" And I was really worried it was gonna wake him up, but it didn't. Yeah, it was really fun, and, like, we had a great weekend,
Good.
and, like, I don't know, I just feel like summer's over now, and it's time to get back on the grind. Just
No, I
kidding.
saw people literally being like, "Time to decorate for Halloween." I was like, "Absolutely not." Like, please no. I'm,
I
like,
mean,
lo
kind of. Well, actually what it is, it's time to get ready for football. And, like, I'm
yes.
actually this month, as much as I love July, like,
the 4th is really the highlight of the
The
month.
4th is the highlight, and then actually it's just so fucking hot, you can't even go outside. Like, it's literally gonna be 100 degrees this week, and then there's nothing even to watch on TV.
It's true.
Um, but
Baseball,
yeah,
you kill
but I guess I
yourself.
could read.
You could read, yeah. I read this weekend, which okay, so my mom got my husband and I Kindles for our 1st anniversary, and we're about to have our 3rd anniversary, and I haven't used it
Oh,
at all, one time. And I was like, "Oh, yay, I'm gonna use this all the time." And so then I, like, never used it, sat in a drawer, and then I was like, "You know what? I'm going to the beach." Like, literally, we had no plans. I was like, "I'm gonna
yeah.
read this book. I'm gonna read multiple books." So I got there, I was like everybody was saying housemaid, housemaid. I had, like, done some research, like, I
Not me,
asked
I was saying ACOTAR, ACOTAR,
you
ACOTAR.
were. You were. And I looked on ChatGPT, like, more kind of like I really liked Verity. That was, like, the last book I read, paperback, not on the Kindle. But I really liked Verity, and I, like, was really into it. So I was, like, asking ChatGPT, like, what's similar, and then, like, Peyton said it was good. So I was like, "Okay, let me just give this a try." And they're making a movie in Christmas, and it's, like, with,
I
like,
know.
star-studded. So I was like, "Okay, let's just, like, see." And then, like, Jackie from the Toast, like, mentioned it. So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna try this." So I tried it. I read it in literally, I think 12 hours. It was
Yeah,
so good. It was so fast. It had, like, a twist, but I kinda saw it coming because everyone's like, "Wait till you see the twist." And I was like, "Okay." Like, now I kind of, like,
yeah.
figured that that's gonna happen. But I'm obsessed with the Kindle. I thought it would be, like, weird because I was like, "No, paperback, paperback." And now I'm literally like,
No,
I'm
no.
obsessed. Like, the way that I crashed that book and then literally I was like, "Okay." They were like, "Wanna try the next book in the series?" Click. Read through that book. I was like, "I this Kindle, like, that's my new thing." Like, I'm obsessed with
Oh,
it, and
yeah. I
I
mean,
love
I've
it.
been telling
I
you.
know, I know. Like,
No, all
I'm
you
here to
purists
say,
out there that are like, "You need a paperback," like,
no.
how are you reading books? I fly through the Kindle. You fly.
Well, I literally was like, it's 90% through, and the other thing I liked about the Kindle was that it said, like, 2,000,000 people highlighted this line. So I was like, "Obviously, this is important. Like, I need to, like,
Yeah,
read the context." So I was
there's a
like, "This is
social
cool."
aspect.
And then it was like, "You have 1 minute left in the chapter." So I was like, "Okay, I have 1 minute, and then I
Mhm.
can go into the beach." So I can tell my husband, "Give me 1 minute, and then I can come with you into the ocean." And it was so
Exactly.
perfect. I'm obsessed with the
No,
Kindle.
and then, Lindsay, you can get the Kindle app on your phone,
I've heard
and
about
it
this as well.
and it syncs, and then when you, like, go to the doctor's office, you can sit and read your book, and if you're in the waiting room, like, maybe it's a slow time at work, and you can just flip through, because then so that just
Yeah, I've heard
keeps
about
it
the Kindle
rolling.
app. Everybody says to download it on your iPad, which I will be doing next. But the thing about the Kindle that I
Get it on
really
your phone
like,
too, just so you have it to read.
yeah,
It's all
just, like,
synced
on the
up,
go.
and then the other thing you need to do is you need to get a Goodreads,
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna do that today,
and
actually.
that all also syncs to your Kindle.
Love. No, my mom was like, "You can't, like, paperback is so stupid, like, you need to read on your
It
Kindle, blah,
is.
blah, blah." And I was like, "No, no, no, no." And then I'm like, literally, no. Like, I was so dumb for that. Like, yes, I'm here to say Kindle is real. Everything I'm gonna get a
Did you
case. Like,
Oh, yeah, I have a case. Did you get Kindle Unlimited?
my mom got me the Kindle, and so her credit card's on there, so I just keep buying
I
books.
see. Yeah, that
And that
works too.
and that's the situation I'm
That's
in.
Kindle Unlimited for you.
So I was like it was like, "Would you like
Because
to pay with this?" And I
the
was like,
Housemaid's on Kindle Unlimited.
"I think so." Yeah, I think so,
The
but I don't.
Housemaid was on it, the next one is on it, so I added it to my library,
Oh,
so
yeah,
I'll read
okay,
it
add it
once
to
I one day finish the second Iron Flame book,
So
but,
I just
like,
wanna
my
say The
god.
Housemaid was really, really good. I really liked the first one. I'm
Okay.
so excited to see the movie and see, like, how they do it. It is a really crazy twist. The second one is really good too, but it's kind of like because the first one has kind of a twist to it, you kind of see it coming in the second one, but it's in a
Yeah.
different it's way different, but it's the similar vibe. It's kind of like it's literally the book is Verity meets Gone Girl, I would say.
Oh, slay.
Yes, exactly. It's so good. Like, I was like, "Okay, I'll try it out." Like, I'll give it, like, a few minutes, and literally, I was, like, cruising through it. Like, literally, by the first day, it was like, "You're 60% through this book." I was like, "Holy shit." Like, even, like,
No, the percentage thing really I feel like sometimes when you're trying to get through a book, you're just like, "Oh my fucking god," and it just takes so long.
I've literally never been this person where, like, my husband's watching TV and I'm reading a book, like, that has never happened in my life, like, I'm always just, like, on my phone. Literally, John's watching baseball, I'm sat for 3 hours one night, just, like, after dinner at the house, he's watching his show, I'm reading my book, like, it was, like,
Yeah.
so nice, like, it was, like,
Welcome to the
lovely.
life, like, I'm telling you, you've been missing. You're gonna
No,
read
I
50
have.
books this year, I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
I know. No,
Now
I know.
now you just need to find your porno niche, and you'll love it.
No, I really like it though. I'm really into the Kindle, and I just wanted to make a declaration on here that it was
No, I'm so happy for you.
and I don't know if I'm gonna read the 3rd, Housemaid because I kinda wanna, like, take a break, like, it was just, like, a lot and
Well, so that's also what happens is you kinda get fatigued, and
Yeah,
that's why you have to mix up what you're reading.
yeah, so I'm gonna,
That's
like,
why when
split
I
it.
read, like, a really deep fantasy book, like, something so long and, like, so in-depth, I'll then go and read a literal mobster porn book that's 200 pages long that is almost, like seems like it's written by someone who doesn't know how to speak English, it's so poorly written, but it's, like, so
So,
you just, like, fly through it.
I'm looking up how long The Housemaid is because I really don't think it's
It's
long, like, it
300
was
pages.
okay, see, like,
I
you could
looked
get
at
through
it.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I
I
could read
think
that in
yeah,
a day if I had the
yeah,
time.
right,
So,
so
no, I'll definitely be trying it out, I just need to finish Iron Flame, like,
yeah, I understand. But
4th Wing,
anyways, yeah,
whatever
I
the
just
fuck the
wanna
second one
publicly
is.
declare that,
No,
like
yeah, Kindles are the
and, like
best, and if you're not on a Kindle and you're just some paperback reading purist, like, okay, enjoy being a pilgrim while the rest of us are living
no,
in the real world.
100%, and when I went on my honeymoon, my husband was, like, reading his book the whole time, and I was like, "Oh my god, like, I wanna do an activity, like, I wanna go do something," and he was like, "No, like, let's just relax and read our books," and I was like, "No, I wanna go do something," and, like, I would force him to go do something, like an activity, and then now I'm like, no, now I just wanna read now I'm the one who wants to read the book, so I was like, "We need to go
No,
do something,"
that's me
and
trying to
now
get
I'm like
Drew to fucking read. He'll only read Star Wars books.
John reads, like, autobiographies, like, he read this book on the trip about this guy who was, like, the biggest gambler in the world, and he, like, went to jail for it, and he, like, read his
Oh.
story and how it was, like, really interesting, and he was, like, really into it, and then he read something about, like he reads, like, autobiographies, like,
Yeah, Drew
so
just
it's
likes Star Wars books, and he ran out of good ones, apparently. He was like, "I don't all the books on Darth Sidious are done, and I read them all." I was like, "Okay."
John was like, "I don't know how you read fiction, like, I don't get that." I was like, "What?
It's the
How do you"
best.
That's what I said, I was like, "How do you"
John, such an intellectual.
I was like, "How do
Can't
you not read
only
no"
read nonfiction.
I was like, "How do you read nonfiction? Like, how are you reading these
Yeah, no, I
autobiographies
agree.
you've
No,
read to,
every
like,
time I
get
try
to
to
Otherwise."
read I would read one page of a self-help book, I'm like, "Where's the sex? This sucks."
No, I've never no. I mean, he's not reading self-help books. He just reads, like,
But you
books
know what
about,
I
like,
mean,
people,
that's
like
like
politicians.
the nonfiction books I've tried to read, it's always like,
Yeah,
like the Let Them book or something like
yeah,
that, like, and
yeah.
every time I'm like,
No, literally. He read, like, a few politician autobiography books and those things of that
"Oh,
nature.
which ones?" Just kidding.
Things of that nature.
Yeah, but, the other thing that happened literally just now that I literally researched hardcore because 'cause I'm always researching.
Mhm.
Love Island USA.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Sierra, she darn gone and fucked up. Well, yeah. So she's off. They have kicked her off. And for those who do not know, Sierra, who was on Love Island, there's some posts that came up of her using an Asian slur to
Okay, I
describe
didn't know.
herself, saying she doesn't want to look that way, which was just like, she did it twice. There's a post from 10 years ago and then a story from like 2 or 3 years ago. Which is kinda crazy, like, I'm not gonna lie, at first I was like, "Is she Asian?" Like, I asked my Asian friend, I was like, "Do Asian people say this about" she was like, "What the fuck? No." And then everyone's like, "No, she's not Asian, she's Puerto Rican and Mexican."
Okay, I see the word now. I didn't know what the word was.
I'm genuinely convinced that she didn't know what it meant, like, kind of. I mean, I can't imagine how you can be that dumb, but, like, it's just crazy, and this is what I have to say about it, and what I'm annoyed about. I'm annoyed which they should have kicked her off 100%.
They should have
They
known.
And that's the issue, is this is now the second person this season who the first girl who walked on had been saying the N-word on
Yeah, I
podcasts multiple times. They kick her off. And then Sierra had this come up too, so obviously they had to kick her off, which, like, not gonna lie, not great for the season. They're the strongest couple by far. Like, they were the winners, and they had to kick her off. Like, she shouldn't have done that, and, like, I'm sorry, how are these people not deleting these like, it was a story in a post from 10 years ago. How did you not delete that? Which is why I feel like she didn't know what it was. But for me, my whole thing is like, why are we not pissed at NBC for not vetting these people? Like, do they do no research at all?
Well, it's not like it's like a random network. NBC is huge. They
Yeah.
have so much funding. They have a huge staff. They have a huge corporate staff. They do all Bravo Peacock shows. They do all of that. So how have they gotten on Love Island and not like they vet for all the housewives stuff? They really never had an issue with the housewives. Like
No.
rare. It happens, but rare. And like with Love Island, I feel like it's like that's so crazy that it's happened twice in one season.
Especially with the first girl, because the first girl was, like, late, like, they found it, like, girl is
She was
on
on like this first day. Yeah, I remember that.
for a second, like, that
Yeah.
it was out there, so, like, the fact that they did 0 research and, like, honestly, it's ruined the show, because now, like, they're
Yeah,
just
that's
like,
what I've been seeing.
"Sorry," and it's like,
And she was the girl with, like
we're over halfway through the season, she's the only person in a closed couple.
that's what I thought, yeah. That's what I
So, like,
saw.
they were gonna win, and now they're, like, all in on Amaya, which is fine. I've actually come around on Amaya. Like, I was talking about her badly, but, like, she's actually like, the more I watch her, I'm like, "Yeah, like, she's a genuinely nice person."
She's funny.
She's really funny, like, she's kind of hilarious. But no, I think it's a fucking bullshit on NBC, and then the other thing, so I watched the episode, and literally, they go the next day, Sierra has left the villa for personal issues.
I saw that.
Personal issues. They're not gonna say, they're not even gonna say what they did for a
They're not
second time.
taking accountability.
They're just, "Oh, she's leaving for" No, that's not what happened. You guys hired someone who had a bunch of racist that shit on their Instagram, and you have to remove her now. Like, you're not even gonna be like, "Sierra had made some comments that we don't like, they didn't say anything
Right.
like that at all.
Like, not saying, like, "We do not, like,
They fucked
align
up.
with this." Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm sorry, like, NBC should also be getting some major flack for this, and I feel like they're, like, it's all going on to which, I mean, obviously, Sierra's gonna get shit on, but, like, why aren't we shitting on NBC? Like, they platformed her. She was a little tiny micro-influencer that a couple people followed.
Yeah,
That
that's
was it,
crazy.
and, like, they platformed her. She got, she had 1,000,000 followers, she's lost 300,000 followers. Like, NBC,
I mean,
this is your fault.
yikes.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
So I'm
I mean,
annoyed.
it's just really crazy because, like, NBC
Well,
is,
and
like
now the season's ruined. Like, the season is ruined. There's no coming back from it. They're now, like, definitely scrambling. Like, this little thing that we watched, the whole thing is like, who's Amaya gonna pick? Who's Amaya? And it's just like, there's nothing to show for it.
now no one. NBC is, like,
No
the
one.
king of reality television. They're not just, like,
Yeah.
have a few reality TV shows. They have
No.
the reality network under them. How do they let this happen? That's what
I
I'm
don't
so
know.
surprised
And the
about.
other thing too is like, Sierra, I'm sure she's a nice girl. She's one of a million. Like, there are
Yeah,
hundreds and hundreds of girls
right,
like Sierra that would love to be on Love Island, and I just don't understand why they weren't like, "Oh, no, we're not gonna do that."
right.
Because if people see
They
it,
obviously
she's
didn't know
well,
because
and
they
I'm
don't fuck
sorry,
around with
like,
that stuff.
also, like,
I mean,
this
they
is
shouldn't.
and, like, this has now ruined her life, like, they should have never fucking hired her in the first place. So, it's just a crazy thing, and I'm like, "Great, I'm so glad I watched 30 episodes of this shit that it's, like, never," like, and, like, Nick's gonna get off because the girls are all picking people. So, like, the guy she's with is also just gonna be voted, like, they're recoupling, so
And
he's
he's, like, the
probably gone.
star.
I mean, they were the only closed couple, so I just don't know, and now I'm just like, "This show is stupid." Like, the only thing that can save it is if Iris and Pepe get together.
I'm surprised Ariana Madix doesn't come on here and say like, she is somebody who,
She,
like,
like,
stands on
kind of
business.
did, and people are like, "She can't do anything." I don't know. I just
I think
honestly,
she
like,
should say, like,
when
"We
this
don't condone this." Like, we made a like, we don't fuck with
they
this.
should have said something, and, like, maybe they do. I literally just watched the beginning to see if she was in it, so, like, I'll have to, let everyone know what ended up happening. Really, the crazy thing to me was just sitting here watching this girl get canceled, thinking that, like, holy shit, she has no idea. No
Well,
fucking
now
clue.
she does.
Well, now she
She
does.
sent her
But at the
home.
time, like, she's just but at the time when it was all I mean,
Was it
this
going around, like, this weekend?
yeah. It's
Oh,
been
I didn't
going
see it.
around since, like, Thursday.
I never saw it.
Yeah, our friend sent it to me, and I was like, "Holy shit." So, like, she's literally just been sitting in this fucking villa, like, "Boop-a-doop-a-doo," like, and just getting canceled online, she
Well,
had
I
no
mean, you can't
idea.
say shit like that on the internet and then, like, you know what
Girl,
I
you
mean?
can't, and, like, you didn't even think to go through and delete your shit, like, you fucking hired you had your friends running your Instagram, and you didn't think, "Let me just do a quick once over to make sure there's nothing on here." Like, people are so dumb. So dumb.
So
So
dumb.
dumb. So, Sierra, Queen, like, learn from that.
Yikes,
Yeah,
girl.
and NBC, learn from this too. Like, let's actually put on a good fucking show where you don't have to kick everyone off for being a fucking racist person. Like, are you serious? Two racists in one group?
Yeah, it sounds like I've just heard from other people too that the season's, like, struggling, like, with
It
producing.
is. I think, like, last season was literally just so fucking good. Like, there's just no recreating it. Like, it's so
Yeah,
good that they're getting a spinoff. Like, it
I
was
know.
just unbelievably good,
Sometimes casting just hits hard and sometimes it doesn't, and
and sometimes it
obviously
doesn't.
they
And, like,
drop.
no, and there was big expectations though too this year because I think everyone was like, "Holy shit, like, it's different now." And now I'm like, "I don't know if I'll watch Love Island again." LOL.
I do
But
think
Lin
oh, sorry, go I was just
No,
gonna
you're
say,
good.
speaking of casting, like, just while we're on the Peacock Bravo realm of things, Real Housewives of Miami is a perfectly cast show. I haven't met the new girl yet, so I don't know what her vibe is, but everyone says she looks like she's on the cast of Hairspray based on her outfits.
Oh my god, yeah, she does.
I keep seeing people being like, "Is she auditioning for Hairspray the musical?"
She does.
But which I saw she does look like that, but I just think that that group is just so well cast because they know
It
each other.
is.
Like,
No,
they
they know each other, and the girl that they brought in, because they dropped, so me and Lindsay watched some of this. They dropped Nicole, who was really rich, and, like, not that these other women aren't super rich, but, like, I think Nicole was by far the richest.
she was, like, also really interesting because she's a doctor and she was, like,
Yeah, but
had
I
a
think she was
baby.
busy. Yes, and she
Yeah,
had a baby, she was doing all that. So this woman is very rich, like, has
okay.
a plane. Her and Larsa went to go pick her dogs up somewhere, super rich.
Love.
She
Love.
was bothering me because she was like, "I hate kids." I was like, "Fuck you." But that was the only thing I was like, "Okay." She's like, "Kids are gross." I was
Does
like,
she have
"Okay."
kids?
No.
Okay, well,
She's
that's
like, "I
weird.
didn't have time between all my meetings to have kids."
What does
Yeah,
she
okay.
do?
She does something in real estate. They like her husband her husband who she was she was 20 and he was 57. She never wanted to be with someone who was so much older than her.
She never thought.
No,
Yeah.
it's always like I see these Real Housewives and there's always the one that's a little that skews a little younger and you're like, "Wow, like how did she do it?" And it's always, "Well, I was never gonna go for a 60-year-old, but like me and him are different." It's like, "Oh, okay. You married a 70-year-old man. Like, oh, that's why you're rich. So, darn. Wish that could be me. Not."
Yeah. No, literally
So, no,
not.
she married an older guy, and apparently, she never wanted to be with one because she's not a gold digger, anything like that. She loves to work hard, which it seems like she does. She's really putting that face forward of how hard she works. And so, not
Okay.
doubting it. But it's
Yeah.
kind of like a Bronwyn vibe.
Okay. I could see that.
But
Yeah.
this girl seems to be doing more, but it's definitely like the same thing of like, he, I think, is around that age, but it is
On the
Miami, so
upper.
it's a little more like, he's a little more groovy.
Okay. I'll have to
We
check that
haven't
out.
really met
But
him, but yeah, so that's the vibe, of
on
course.
the episode I watched recently, it was, like, Alexia having, like, a total breakdown over Todd in the restaurant, and it was, like, sad, and I was like, "This sucks." Like, she's, like, so Teresa, she's so, like,
She is.
strong, like, she's, like, a Cuban woman, like, she doesn't let anything get her down, she's, like, really strong-willed in her personality, like, she doesn't fuck with it, she has a son who has a disability, like, she's a very
Yeah,
strong woman, and she like, to see this man, like, totally disturb her and, like, disrupt her like that is, like,
I know.
so crazy. Like, what is his deal? Like, this guy's fucking crazy.
I know, and I'm curious, like, what her money situation is and if, like, she needs him
Because apparently
financially.
she went on Watch Robin's Live, like, this was, like, 2 weeks ago, who knows what's the flavor of the day, but 2 weeks ago, she was like, "Todd and I are working things out." I'm like, "What? Like,
I
how?" You
know, I don't
literally were like
know.
she was like, "I hate this man," like, scream crying in the restaurant. I'm like, "Oh my god," and then I hear her be like, "We're working through it," and I'm like, "What?" Like, seriously, what the
No,
fuck?
it's really crazy, so it'll be interesting to watch this all go down, and it sounds like they're still, like, working it out, so who the
And
fuck
it's
knows
not
what's
like
gonna
he's, like, a
happen.
mean guy or, like, misunderstood, like, he's, like, mentally abusive, like, he's, like,
I
abusing her
know,
with his, like, threatening the divorce, like, no.
I know. No, it's bad. It's really bad.
Like, not to allegedly, like, not to call him an abuser, but, like, I'm just saying, like, it's very
No,
emotionally
it's when you're watching it, you're like, "What the hell is happening here?"
like,
It's
seeing
very
somebody, like, of that, like, personality be so taken down by somebody is, like, very shocking. it was, like, very jarring to see her reaction, I feel like.
No, I agree. It was really crazy to see. But yeah, so I'm curious what's gonna happen and like I do think who's married to the tennis player?
Julia.
I think Julia's time to be
She's,
done.
like, starting shit with Gertie. Like, she's like, "You never call me."
She's like starting she went crazy, dude. This
I know.
last episode, she went fucking insane. And
Is
I've
it the
never
one
seen
where
her
they're
act.
at the wedding thing? And
Yeah.
she was like, "I'm my hyena." And she was like,
Yeah, and I
"Okay."
didn't know she drank. I thought she didn't drink.
I don't remember her not
I
drinking. I
remember her
don't know.
not drinking, if I'm
I
being
don't
honest, and
remember
she
that.
was drinking. I remember in the last few seasons she has not been drinking,
Well, maybe she
is what I recall. So it's kind of giving like I'm trying to be on the show and like do something crazy, and like that wasn't for me.
she
I
seemed
think
really drunk. Like, she seemed, like, really,
she
like,
seemed
what.
really drunk. I just think, like, in the group of women, like, well, yes, it's a pretty good cast show. I do think the intrigue of her wife is what keeps her on the show because I
Oh
think,
god.
like, people like seeing her. No, literally. And, like, other than that, I just don't think she really fits into the group.
And she, like, doesn't show her kids, which is, like, fine, but it's, like, a really
Oh,
interesting
it's
part about
fine, but
her, like,
it's a
that
big
she
part of
adopted
her. Yeah.
2 young boys at her age, like, that's
Yeah.
amazing. But
I think I could see her being weeded out here.
yeah, I could see her being weeded out. Everybody else, though, I think fit like, I watch the show and I'm like, "I'm enjoying my time here." And, like,
100%.
you can't say that with Housewives these days. Like, sometimes it's like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, The Valley. It's like,
No,
"What the
for
fuck am I
sure.
watching?"
Well, should we mention the Valley now since we're kind of on
Yeah,
this
we're
road?
just going on it. Yeah.
Because Janet was allegedly fleeing the country, so I literally was like, "Well, let me catch up on the Valley," because what the
I
fuck?
can't. Like, I
She
don't
did
have the
nothing.
capacity for
She
that.
literally did not know. I'll have to say this, and I'll clip this. Michelle's husband, what is his name again? Jesse? Is that him?
Yes, Michelle, yeah,
Jesse.
her ex-husband.
He's such a little fucker. Like,
He's such a.
literally, there's no other way. Her mother is dying, and she asked him, "Can
Oh my
I
god.
take the daughter for a week to go spend time with her grandmother?" And he said no.
He is
And
such a
they
narcissist.
ask him about it, and he goes, "Well, I'm totally gonna say yes to it, but our daughter needs to learn about what death is before she," like, making up, pulling the biggest fucking excuse, and the people he's talking to are just like, "Oh, okay, yeah, yeah," and I just was like, "You're such a little fucker." He's horrible.
Horrible. He's such a narcissist. He's such a bully. He is so
Yeah.
rude. And Kristen being the last I saw, I don't know what's going on over there now, but when I was watching it like weeks ago, Kristen's like, "Yeah, you're so right."
Kristen's dancing the line of it, I think, a little bit, like, in the recent episodes, I haven't felt like she's really been, like, there. It's really been, all of them against Janet, which, like, it's hilarious because Janet was getting mad at people for how drunk they were, and then she got super drunk and, like, acted like an idiot and was like, "Sorry, I was so drunk." No, but literally what like, her and Kristen are in a fight. Like,
Yeah.
they hadn't been talking. They're on this trip to Hawaii. None of them knew Kristen was getting engaged except for Nia and Danny. And Kristen gets engaged, aka the trip turns into like an engagement party for Kristen. And Janet says, "Okay, like I'm not going to go to any of the events. Like I just, I'm sure she doesn't want to see me. We're in a fight. Like we'll just go do our own thing." And that was it. And I guess she's getting death threats over it. Like they
Really?
got in like a little fight, and she was like, "You're never accountable," which like she's not.
Check about Nia.
Kristen. She's saying she's holding Kristen Doty accountable for everything because there's a rumor going around that her husband takes his ring off at bars, and she thinks that Kristen started it. So
I saw that in the trailer.
she's
Yeah.
like going, I don't know, she's kind
Okay.
of on one. I feel like we kind of gave Janet a pass last year because she was pregnant.
She's
We were like,
pregnant.
"Oh, she's just
Yeah.
pregnant. She's being crazy." And like, she's kind of
Yeah.
acting the same way. But she
Okay.
does it in such a calm way.
Yeah, she's very like, "Well, I heard this about you." And it's like, "Whoa."
Yeah. And she's so like calm about it that it just doesn't feel as crazy because
It's true. She doesn't like
she's
get.
not really yelling. Yeah. She doesn't really, she
Yeah,
kind of
like
stays here.
activated. Yeah.
She kind of stays here with everything. So like, I just didn't think anything she was worthy of fleeing the country, which she then clarified that was not happening and it was a clickbait title, which like I mean, great clickbait title because I got the season to see. I was like, why is she fleeing? But all I learned is that that little Jesse guy is such a little fucker and thinks he's so fucking cool.
He's
And
part of
like,
the reason why I stopped watching because they have a child involved. It's like, this is fucking sad and gross. Like, people say Jax is, like, bad, and Jax is horrible.
well, so that's
It's like,
another thing that they're talking about is Michelle is like, everyone's rallying around Brittany, and like, I'm going through the same thing, if not worse, which I think she's going through the same thing. Call it worse, it's hard to say
so I
because
saw a
like,
TikTok
yeah,
explaining, like, yes, what Jax is doing is horrible, but Jax is, like, stupid as fuck. Like, Jesse
yeah.
is, like, manipulative, and he has money and resources. Jax
Well,
does not.
apparently he has no money. He
Okay,
spends
well,
it
then
all.
they worked together, which makes it extra crazy.
She said he spent all their money. She's like, "He spent all our money, he ruined our lives," and no, he's disgusting, and, like, the two this, them, and he's so, like, team Jax with everything, he's like, and
No,
I think
because
those
they're
2
both,
need
like,
to
the
go.
same. They're, like, the same fucking evil, narcissistic, rude ass
No,
people.
it's really bad, and it's true, the Jesse guy's just a little smarter about it all, and, like, him sitting there sewing this thing of, like, "We can't bring my daughter because she doesn't know what death is, and that's a conversation for me and her mother to have together," and blah, and I just was like,
Shut up.
and the 2 he was talking to just sitting there like, "Yeah, for sure." I was like, "Tell him to shut the fuck
No,
up. Are
after
you
in the
serious right now?"
beginning, Kristen was, like, at his house, and he was like, "Blah, blah, blah,"
I
and Kristen
know.
was like, "Totally," and I was like, "This guy is fucking nuts. Like, why aren't you telling him to, like, get a life?"
No, it's crazy. But yeah, I don't know if I'll continue watching again, which like until I see another headline. Maybe I will, who knows. But I just don't know why like Sheena and Lala aren't more in the show. I do think they will be next season because they are really giving this Zach guy a lot of airtime.
I've seen that.
And like this show is just not doing so well,
It's
and
not, by the way.
he was the one who said like we don't need Lala and Sheena, and I'm literally sitting here like that was such a huge fucking mistake. And if this show does get another season, Lala and Sheena I do believe will be front and center
I think so
because
too because the show is not doing well. Like, the ratings are bad,
yeah, no.
the viewership is bad, like, it's really low.
No, it's not good, and like good thing Janet fled the country because that was what got me to like watch another episode because I was like, well, what the hell
True.
happened?
Was
Oh,
she just, like,
literally
on
nothing.
vacation? Like, what? She
No,
turned
she's
her
like, we're
comments off.
she
Just
did.
gonna
She's like, "We're just on vacation." I mean, again, I don't know what the Bravo fan base does to these people, but, like, I didn't think she did anything that crazy, so I don't know, like, what crazy comments she's getting,
I think
but
the people who are, like, Bravo, like, the people who attend BravoCon, like, are literally, like,
insane.
very
They, like, make the drama their own drama, but,
yeah,
yeah, so that's what's going on with that, and, I caught up on The Valley, and it was not really worth my time, but
pass.
anyway, pass. Another thing that happened while we were away is Kelly Clarkson postponed her residency in Las
The
Vegas,
day
correct?
before. Yes, and, like, the day like, hours, like, the day before, which is, like, a really bad look
I
for
mean, kind of. Didn't Adele do the same thing? And then it was literally
yeah, and it was, like, a huge deal, and it was big news, and, like, people were really pissed about it, and I just feel like people like, shows, like, when you try I mean, I don't know what's going on with Kelly, so I'm not saying anything, like, Adele's excuse was kind of stupid if what was true is true, or what she said is true, but, like, I just feel like people travel, they come all the way there, they get hotel rooms, like, they're ready to go, and for it
yeah,
to get canceled with, like, no explanation is, like, what the fuck?
yeah. Which there's been someone had said that maybe her ex-husband is very ill. Is something I had heard in the universe. So that could be a reason for it. I do
That could
think
be.
like people are less afraid to postpone their Las Vegas residency because Adele did it. People were pissed and then everyone forgave her because she slayed the house down so hard. Like
Exactly. But
all Kelly has to do is slay.
her excuse was like, "My set's not ready." And it's like, "Well, I just spent literally $8,000 to get here, paid for a hotel room, paid for tickets, and so your
Didn't those
set's
people
not
get
ready."
reimbursed though?
I don't know if they got reimbursed. I don't know what happened, but, like, the
I
Kelly
have to
Clarkson
imagine.
I hope so. But you don't get a reimbursed, like, your tickets get reimbursed, but I don't think you get reimbursed for your, like, hotel time and,
Yeah.
like, your travel. But, like, Kelly Clarkson, like, in her situation, she said her voice, like, wasn't ready, like, she needed vocal
Yeah.
rest. So, I don't know if it's true. I hope that her ex-husband's okay because I know that they have kids together, so, like, for the kids'
Yeah.
sake, I
No,
thought it
I
would be
think all she
bad.
has to do is just, like, slay her actual
Yeah.
shows down, and everyone will forget about this.
She's gonna have to be, like, production value 10 out of 10, like, she's gonna have to
Yeah.
really put the
No, and,
pedal to
like, Adele said my show wasn't ready, and then she fucking killed it with her actual show, and it's like, "Okay, well, maybe we're glad she took the
yeah,
time." And I have to imagine that the people whose shows they, like, got canceled were then given the opportunity to, like, rebook.
it's possible. Yeah, because those
I
tickets are
just don't
hard to
really
get,
know.
especially for Adele too,
Well,
like, those were
exactly. So I
like,
don't
if
know.
you
I don't know how difficult it is to get a Kelly Clarkson ticket in Las Vegas, or if
I
it's just
feel like
like
kinda hard. Like, I feel like
yeah,
it's
she
gonna be a
doesn't I agree. So I hope those people are able to repurchase
yeah,
or
yeah, same.
are getting a ticket for another time.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think you gotta do what you gotta do. What's worse? Your show getting canceled or going to a fucking horrible show?
It's true, or, like, her voice being so bad that she literally can't sing, like, then what? Like, it's sometimes it
Then what? What am
happens.
I doing? Sitting here like,
Yeah.
I just don't
No,
I
it's
don't
true,
know.
it's just
But then I think
hard.
about me, like, if I was about to go to the Eras Tour and then it got postponed, I mean, I guess I'd still be going, so I'd be okay with that. And I
But
didn't
if we
travel.
flew, got all of our stuff, stayed in Vegas, got the
No,
hotel, like,
I'd be so
that's what I'm
upset.
saying. Like, I'm
But
not
I'd be
saying it's
like, "I'm coming." But I think I'd be like, "I'm coming back."
right. Like, I'm not saying it's wrong, like, I'm sure she has a Kelly is, like, a good person, I'm sure she has a very
Yeah.
valid excuse, but it is just, like, so shitty, like, if you're there and,
Sh
like, I had a coworker who was gonna go to see Adele, and do you know what she did with the money instead of going to see Adele? She went to Japan. That's how much this trip she was like, "I'll just go to Japan."
I'll just go to Japan.
No,
Okay.
that's how much it was gonna cost her at the end of the day. Yeah, I know.
I wonder if Kelly's putting those kinda numbers up.
I don't think so, that's what I was gonna wonder. I don't think it's that expensive, but I do think it's, like it's a small
It's a
venue.
lot.
Yeah, like, it's a
It is.
small
So, I mean, we'll see. I'm sure we'll see clips here soon of her beautiful show, and hopefully she
yeah.
just
Oh, no,
fucking
it'll be
kills it.
so good, it'll be amazing, it'll be
Yeah, I'm
iconic.
excited to see what it is. But I guess, like, on the topic of residencies, because Miss Katy Perry's got a residency, and that's
Us
not going well or not
she had
residency, her tour.
she's on tour. She
She's
had a
on
Vegas
tour.
residency, which, by the way, is where she should have stayed because that was
Yeah,
working well for her. Things were going good when she was on her residency. Like, she was getting a lot of press for
so
it.
true.
It's a perfect place for her at this point in her career. I felt like that was, like she probably had a really good balance of her family
No,
life.
like, every single artist out there, they all watched the Eras Tour, and they said, "I can do that," and then they're all going, "No, I can't."
Jonas Brothers try to sell out baseball stadiums to do their 20-year
No,
tour.
Jonas Brothers, Katy Perry, like, they
Maybe
said,
a
"Wait,
Lifetime tour.
I can do this." And, like, "No, you can't.
No,
You
you
can't
can't.
do it." And guess what? Katie's went so fucking bad that her and her fiancé said they were engaged, are done. And he's out here, like,
Partying it up.
partying. The craziest thing is that he was at the Jeff Bezos wedding and she wasn't. She
Okay.
was at the bachelorette party. Like,
I think
what?
because she was on tour. She had a show. I think that's why. Like, her tour and so they're like they were probably he was probably gonna go all along.
I mean, it's the obvious option, but it's just, like, so crazy, and I'm
No,
sure
it's
he was
crazy.
like, "Well, let me break up with her right before this wedding so I can,
Like,
like,
these
get my
2
dick
went
wet."
to space together. Like, they went to space. Like, Lauren
No.
Sanchez and Katy Perry went to space together.
Okay, but that's also the other thing is, like, she knew when the wedding was, and she knew when her thing was she couldn't do her tour around the fucking wedding.
She probably already had the tour planned before the wedding because like, they plan those tours, like, a long time in advance. Like, I don't
I don't know. I feel like she could have moved with a few things around to
yeah,
go
I
to
mean, but
the billionaire wedding. Her friend who she literally went on her bachelorette trip, like, that's
and went to space with as
and
well.
went to space with.
Yeah, I don't know why she
No,
was not there.
I don't either. What'd you think about the wedding?
I thought Lauren Sanchez looked beautiful. I thought
So did I.
it was I don't know, like, I mean, the carpet, like, that's interesting, but, like, other than that, like, no, I think I wanna see more pictures, like, I'm sure
I
there's
mean,
more
can
to
I
see.
be honest? Like, I think the best thing about a wedding is when you can really see the couple
Yeah,
genuinely in it. And what
right,
does Lauren Sanchez care about? Being friends with celebrities and looking snatched, and that's what she did.
she did. Yeah.
And I thought it was genuine to her. And,
No,
like,
it's true.
they spent, like, $50 million on it, which, like, for his net worth, he literally spent, like, $10 on his wedding, which is
No,
so fucking
totally.
crazy.
And
And,
they
like, I
rented
thought
out a
they
bunch
said yeah, but,
beautiful.
like, for his net worth,
No,
like,
I know.
they spent pennies,
No, it's
which is
amazing. I
so
thought that was
crazy.
cool. cool though that they did that. Like, I think that's really
No, I
great. Like,
I literally feel like it was a genuine, like, this she's like, "This is what I want," and, like, she did what she wanted to do, and I feel like it, like,
no, I
wasn't
thought it was great.
like, it didn't feel like it felt try hard, but, like, she is a try
Not for
hard,
her.
so, like,
Right, exactly.
it was so, like, it just
It was
matched the
very in
situation.
sync with who she is.
Like,
Like,
if
she's
she
not
would've come
having
out in some avant-garde fashion, like, trying to, like, make this crazy thing happen, then we would've all been like, "What the fuck is she doing?" And then there's all these fashion people being like, "This is disgusting," and I'm like, "All she wants you to know is that her waist is 10 inches and
and
that
she's
she is
got
friends with
money for a
celebrities,
custom gown. Right,
and that's
exactly.
what she
Like,
cares about." She's got a
100%.
tiny waist, big boobs, and a tiny waist, and, like, she's friends with all the celebrities, and she is cool, and, like,
And
she
she
did it,
can rent
and
out
I loved
Venice.
it.
No, I think, like, I really don't get the hate
I didn't
against
get
her.
the hate. I didn't get the
Like,
hate.
I think she is beautiful, to be honest, like, I do. I think they have a lovely life. They seem very, like, in love and happy, and you know what? And I'm gonna get hate for saying this, but I think that they do rich, like, the best way possible. Like, they're
I
very
agree.
charitable, but they also do what they want, and they do their passion projects. Like, she went to space, like, that was something she wanted to do. She's a pilot, like, that's so cool.
They
Like,
do
that's
their
what I would be
thing.
doing. If I was rich, like, I would be spending my money on a fucking lavish ass wedding too. Like, who wouldn't? Like, I know, like, Lauren Sanchez isn't gonna have a backyard wedding. Like, what do you expect from her? Like, what do you think?
No.
Like, this is not who she is.
Everyone's so mad. I saw this hilarious take, and they were like, everyone's like, Jeff Bezos' wife, like, she's such a queen. She's donated $19 billion. And someone was like, and that did what? Literally nothing. Like,
The ex-wife.
can you tell me what the ex-wife spending $19 billion on charity has done for the world? I can't think of
I'm
anything.
sure something, but I don't know about
No,
it,
but like
right?
that's what I'm saying. Like, she's out here giving out $19 billion.
And
And,
there's
like,
still the homeless
do we
crisis.
know what that money went to? No, like, we have no idea what how that
Like, it's
even
not
moved the needle
common
at all.
knowledge. Like, it's
No,
not a common right, yeah, I get what
like,
you're
we're
saying.
not all
Like,
sitting here like, "Oh, the old Mrs. Bezos, Mackenzie Bezos, she changed the
she
world with her
did
$19
this,
billion."
or this is the project that she did. Like, I don't know about
Yeah,
her project.
no,
And maybe I'm
nothing.
not in
So,
tune with the charitable community
I
as
mean,
much.
we know that Lauren Sanchez got a snatched waist and she went to space with Katy Perry, so
And we know that she had everybody donate money to Venice, which is struggling because it's going underwater, and everybody on their wedding donated to, like, the town, which those people's donations is not a $500
it's not
donation, it's a
nothing.
$500,000 donation.
Yeah.
So, like,
No, I don't think they deserve the hate, and I hope that Orlando Bloom had a love. Do you think he brought Sydney Sweeney?
I don't think he
Everyone was
brought
like,
her
"Why is Sydney Sweeney there?" Or Brooke
because she's
Snyder, do
doing
you think
that.
Orlando?
Why was Brooke Snyder there? That's what I wanna know. No, she came by herself. Sydney Sweeney was there because she's doing The Housemaid, back to that, which is an Amazon project. So Lauren is working on it,
Yeah,
and they're doing it together.
well, I loved it, and I loved the wedding, and I
No, I'm
hope
happy
that
for them.
Orlando.
Like,
I
I
mean, I
really
hope
am.
Orlando, and I'm happy I mean, honestly, like, right now, like, there's no one I've never seen a harder flop in my life than Katy Perry flopping right now. She is flopping
Dude,
all over the place, and, like, it's really bad.
it's really bad. Like, divorce, like, public humiliation, like, it's so bad. Like,
Things are
Orlando
going
Bloom
bad.
right now on a yacht in Ibiza with Kate Hudson and Tom Brady, like, on vacation, Dakota Johnson, like, all the Heartbreak
Yeah,
Squad. Like,
newly single Dakota Johnson, like, they're all just sitting there fucking each other on
wait,
this boat.
yeah, Dakota Johnson, newly single. Not Kate Hudson, she's married, but newly single
So
Dakota Johnson. Love
no,
that.
literally, no, yeah, I mean, they'd be kinda cute. But, no, she's flopping harder than anyone we've ever seen, and honestly, like, what she needs to do, she needs to take some time away, and she needs to write like, this is where you show us your musical, lyrical skills, and you write a heart-wrenching tortured poets department, like,
Exactly.
but I don't think she can do that.
No,
I don't
I
think
think
she has it in her.
she needs to take the Taylor Swift approach and, like, take a break. Like, take a
She
break.
needs to take a major break, like, years.
Yeah,
Like, we need to in 5 years, we need to be like, "Oh, Katy Perry," and, like, and when she comes back, she needs to make not a single error,
agree.
not a single flaw should be
I
found. Like, she needs to destroy that. And it's possible, like, people come back from things. She can do it.
yeah. No, she can't, and I, like, literally seeing those pictures of, like, Orlando and, like, Sydney, they weren't, like, together, but they were walking in a group together and, like, with, like, the
Yeah.
Jenners,
No,
like, it was, like
I'm sure it was horrible for her.
I'm sure, like, just seeing that though, I was like, love for him. Like, I'm not holding a candle being like, "Damn, like, that sucks." Like, I was like, "Love this. Like, get out there, king. Like, show your
I
stuff." Like,
know.
I wasn't
No,
like,
I know.
"My god, he's such an" like, any other man like, if Justin and Haley broke up and Justin was, like, wandering around with
I know,
Sydney
we'd be
Sweeney,
so
I'd be
mad.
like, "You're disgusting." But literally when it's Orlando Bloom, I'm like, "Go off, king.
I'm like,
Find your queen."
literally, find your girl. Like,
Yeah.
no, she's flopping hard, and like, Katie, I hope you can get out of it. I really can. I really do, and I think you can. But we're talking years, Queen. You got like 10 years before you're coming back, and you can do it.
Yeah,
But it's time to take a step back.
I think so too. But she's still on tour, so, like, she still has to finish her obligations, which is, like, probably gonna be till the end of the year, to be honest.
Jesus, torture. She's literally currently in like a torture, public
I know.
humiliation torture is what Katy
I
Perry's
don't
going
think
through
she
right now.
wants to be out there either to be like, I think she's, like, hates every minute of being on stage. Or maybe she likes it because it's like, these people, like, really appreciate me.
I
Like, when
mean,
she's
who
on stage,
knows?
she's like, "This is, like, my fan base." You know what I mean? But, like, it's true. Like, she might feel some sort of, like, love from those people, so it, like,
Yeah, I
makes her
mean,
feel better.
we can only hope, but yeah, so that's kind of what I mean, the last thing we were going to talk about is that Travis can't read so well.
Yeah, that Travis Kelsey said he was scared to do SNL because he can't read so well. Kate and I were just saying before, like, he said that the table read is, like, what scared him, and, like, honestly, like, we've
So
all been the kid
relatable.
in class where it's, like, popcorn read and you're like, "Oh, fuck," and you, like, read the long line because 'cause you're, like, not following along or you just, like, flub your words, like, it
Yeah.
happens, like, in large groups, like, it
No,
happens,
like I would feel the same way like Trav. I can't read so well either, like out loud.
and,
Like
like, also, like
in my Kindle, I'm slaying through pages. I'm reading books in hours. But if you told me to read that shit out loud, we'd have a problem.
and also, like, the people who do SNL are actors, like, they read
Yeah.
lines for a living, like, that is their job, like, Travis
Yeah.
does read, he probably hasn't read a book, which, like,
Well,
he's been
it's not even reading, it's reading out loud. Like reading
but that's what I'm
something
saying,
and
like,
then
he
saying it.
doesn't do that, and he probably also on top of that, like, not saying it's bad, he's an athlete, he's busy, he doesn't have time, like, he probably doesn't sit down and read books, like, in his free time, like, because he's working out, like, he doesn't really have time. So, like, on top of him, like, not reading, he also,
Yeah.
like, doesn't read in general or out loud,
Like
you know?
he's bawling and Taylor's reading Aristotle. Like he's not reading Aristotle.
Exactly.
Maybe she's reading it to
Exactly.
him.
Like a bedtime story. Oh.
But no, I honestly I found it totally relatable and I was like, yeah,
No, it's
like
true, like, doing popcorn reading is scary, and, like,
and
reading
you're
it to
shitting your
helicopter
pants.
what?
And you're shitting your pants. Like you're so
No, I
nervous.
know.
It's literally SNL. Like you want to do good, and then it's like read out loud. And you're like,
And he also, like, kinda has a lot to prove by doing SNL because he's not, like, a
he did.
typical guest. So he has to, like, go he's, like, random. Like, not that he is random, but, like, it is random for him to do SNL. So he has to
No,
go in
it's
there and,
like
like, show.
totally something out of his comfort zone. Like I feel like any actor, musician has like more experience doing something like that than he does. Like he was totally out of his element. Now, if he said bring these people to the field, like he'd destroy them. But
Right.
like
Totally.
he was
Or,
on
like
their turf.
like, a weightlifting competition, like, they would all lose, like,
Yeah,
against him.
exactly.
Yeah. No, it's true.
No, it was like really
The
funny.
headline
So
is
we
just
were laughing
funny.
at that.
The
No,
headline
it
is funny,
was.
and my husband quoted Travis
And I like that
Kelce,
he's
like
honest. He's like, I don't read so good. It's
no,
like
literally. Also, like,
we
I don't
didn't
read good is, like, grammatically incorrect.
I know.
And my
That's what
husband's
was
a
even
Travis Kelce hater, so he was like, "Classic, blah, blah," you know, like, it was just funny thought like,
No,
things
and
to
my
talk
husband's
about,
a
you know?
Travis Kelsey lover, and he was like, "I love how he's being so vulnerable." It's like, yeah,
It's, like, fun for both sides, you know? Like,
it
if you
is.
love him, you
Everyone
can be, like, cute, but if you hate him, it's like, "Ha like, he sucks," like, you know, it's, like,
no, I
funny.
know. Are you gonna watch the quarterback show with your husband?
He suggested it the other day. I think, like, Joe Burrow
I
is
think it
on
starts
it,
tomorrow. It's Joe Burrow, and it's Joe Burrow having the worst season of his life. Drew was like, "Yeah, we're gonna watch
and
this."
who else?
It's like, I guess we'll find out. All I know, I just knew it was Joe Burrow, and I don't know, people may not know this, but Joe Burrow, like statistically, was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL last year, and his
Yeah.
team had one of the worst, like was so bad. So Drew is like so giddy to watch the breakdown of Joe Burrow.
No, I think
Which
we'll
like I
watch
kinda
it.
am too. Like I'm kinda sick of him.
Yeah, you don't like him. I mean, he's, like, Ohio,
No.
so I'm, like, proud of
No, like I
him.
used to like him. Like I thought he was funny with him sleeping in his Star Wars sheets in his bedroom, and like
He's kind of a
now I'm
fuckboy now.
no, now he thinks he's so cool, like, doing fashion shows, and I'm
He
just
does.
like,
Like,
Get
he
over
goes to the Met
yourself.
Gala and wears, like, fashion outfits, and I'm like, "Okay, like, whatever." I don't
No,
know.
I'm not into it. I'm not into it.
It's a
But if
little
he gets
weird.
that Anakin Skywalker hair back, maybe I'll think about it. The dyed
He
hair is
does
not really
have
working
it.
for me.
Oh, the
No,
dyed hair.
he has the dyed blonde hair. That was a fake photo.
Dyed
That
blonde
photo,
hair at
it's
this
not
age.
good.
No, there was, like, a I hope, like, no one here I don't know if anyone here but there was, like, this man at the pool on our vacation, and he was, like, a father of 4, and he had, like, dyed blonde hair, and John was like, "That's just, like, the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, you are, like, in your
Maybe he
40s.
lost a bet.
Like, what? No. Like, I don't know." But John was just like we were just laughing because we were just like, "You're in your 40s. Like, what inclined you to dye your hair bleach blonde?" Like, you know what I mean?
No, literally.
Like, it was so weird. Like, he was like his wife was, like, so put together, like, so sweet, like, so nice, like and then this
Maybe it's
guy,
his
I'm like
midlife crisis. Maybe he's always wanted to be blonde.
like, looks so fake. You know what I mean? Like, it's, like, so random.
No, it's a
But
crazy thing to
it's a
do.
crazy thing, and we were just like, "Whoa." Like, we all noticed it. You know what
Especially
I
like
mean?
Joe Burrow, who like was very handsome with the hair that he had, and then he said, "I'm gonna shave it all off and dye it blonde." Like for what? For fashion? Because I don't think anyone saw it and was like, "Whoa,
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was
fashion." We all
you're
said, "Yikes!"
like, your 6-year-old is, like, crying for you, and you're like, "I'm sorry, I have to get my
One
dyed
sec.
blonde." It's just,
One
like,
sec,
weird.
hon. I'm
Yeah,
touching up my roots.
like,
What
weird.
are you
Like, I don't know.
doing?
Maybe he did lose a bet. That would be I hope.
It's the only logical explanation.
I have
Or
another
he's a dick.
explanation. I'll tell you offline.
Oh my god, LOL. But okay, well, I feel like this was a great catch
Not that
up. Happy Monday to all who celebrate, and sad Monday to all who don't.
no, this is a really bad Monday for me, like, a really
No, I
bad.
know. For me, like I've never felt better. Like I'm getting up tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. and I'm gonna work out, and I'm gonna learn how to do the splits. Like, mark my words.
What? I've done the splits before.
I've never. Yeah, you did on accident.
Yeah.
That was a crazy day. No, I've always wanted to do it, and, like, I saw this older woman doing it, and she, like, taught herself how to do it at an older age, and I was like, "You know what? Like, if I just really put my mind to it."
Yeah.
Honestly, I had my period last week, and now it's over, and, like, that adrenaline from your period being over is
Yep.
pulsing through my
No.
body, so, like, this week, like, I'm a literal splits doing bodybuilder, and, like, next week, you'll find me back on the couch, but
The
for now, I'm just riding this
productivity
wave.
of the after period is like, I'm gonna, like,
No,
literally,
like,
like,
I'm gonna ride this
kill.
wave until it's over, but, like, right now, like, I'm unstoppable,
You
so
can genuinely do anything you put your mind like, I believe that. Like, if someone told me last year that I would have ran 2 years ago that I would have ran a half marathon, I would have said, "You're lying." Like, if you work hard enough at something, you can do it. Like, I
no,
genuinely believe
true. Sure, like, all I've ever wanted to do ever since I was a kid was do the splits, and, like, my little brother James came out of the womb doing the middle splits. He could do middle splits till, like, high school,
that.
and
Can
I
you
was
still?
always I doubt it. I was always so jealous of him and his middle splits, and, like, to this day, I'm like, I need to do this."
Oh my god.
So, my husband's really happy about my future endeavors, but we'll see what
God.
happens.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, well, happy Monday, everyone. Hope you had a great 4th, and we will talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.